is that stuck like that? Oh, it doesn't like full screen. We might be able to... Ah. Is there not 360 smooth control on here? I thought there was. Maybe there's not, though. I think I'm missing something here. Okay, now it's good. I see. Now I see. Okay. Much better. Okie doke. The amiibo option has been unlocked in the map. Good point. God damn it. I don't have bombs yet. see. On 1 second. Okay. A little longer stream than I thought it was gonna be. The Father's Day stuff differently fell through. Wonder if there's any kind of oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. None of them seem to be doing anything. Whatever. What's this? Charge beam! Wait, why isn't it going? Okay, now it is. That's weird. I don't know why that shut off. Isn't it? Is it going? I don't even know. Okay, whatever. Why did I not see that before? Oh, I didn't even go down there before. Gotta be something down here, right? No? Why isn't my thing being useful again anymore? God damn it. I don't know what that's doing. Anyway, we got the Metroid. Bombs, we do not have bombs yet. I'm just missing something? Yes. Oh, fuck off, you stupid fucking fish thing. Four of them. Don't think we go in there. There either. go. Oh, fuck off. Easy. Made bombs somehow. Assholes shitting on me. Okay. Oh, it's a teleporter. Right. I forgot. Fireball. Wondering when we got that. Thought it was pretty early in the game, since I was right. doing stuff really fast. Okay. That's gonna be annoying. Shit, I'm gonna die. Be careful. What? There's not a secret there? Bullshit. There we go. What is this bullshit? Hold on. Yeah, spider ball. Hold L to activate. Gotcha. Hold on.
Summer kicking into high gear this holiday weekend. Lots of us are heading to our national parks, but it's important to remember you are the guest when you're out in nature. And ABC's Zoreen Shaw is back with this story. Good morning, Zoreen.
Hey, good morning, Gio. You know what? I interviewed a park ranger a while back, and she told me they spend a lot of time thinking about things like forest fires, climate change, invasive species, the normal things, right? But the one thing she did not mention back then that's now getting a lot of their attention, tourists.
Tourists are being stupid.
A warning as a new video surfaces of inappropriate park behavior. Take a look at this video filmed recently at Yellowstone National Park. A woman trying to dip her hand into scalding hot springs. Watch again as she sits down on the grass, then inches toward the water, dipping her foot and her fingers in that water, then running away yelling.
Of course it is, you fucking moron.
Yellowstone National Park rangers say they have seen the video and are investigating. Experts say those thermal pools are no joke.
So ignorance is not an excuse to say, oh, we just wanted to test the waters of this bubbling, boiling cauldron of ancient primordial soup, but they're deadly thermal pools.
From hot springs to taking selfies next to deadly bison.
Dude, people are so fucking stupid. Don't even just... It'll sort itself out.
Trying to touch a wild bison when it lunges for her as if it's trying to charge. A man this man pled guilty to intentionally moving wildlife after moving this newborn bison. Rangers later forced to euthanize the calf when they could not reunite it with its herd.
This is not a theme park, So when you go there, you need to be prepared, not only for the incredible wild animals that you will have a chance to witness, but also for the elements.
Also for the elements, experts say don't throw things in the canyons. You might hurt someone below. Don't leave any kind of markings, and don't take anything as a souvenir. Common sense, but also an easy way to keep yourself off a national morning show. Gia.
You don't want to be on here for that reason.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, be kind to the parks, be kind to the animals, all right? It's simple. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
That's so
Robin
stupid.
here. Thanks.
People are so fucking dumb. What is this Duke Dennis situation?
Another day, another streamer being sued. Who could have seen this coming? It has honestly gotten to the point where I don't think I could hear anything negative about pretty much like any streamer, at least like any mainstream streamer, and be surprised about it, which is really a daunting thought, considering that these guys are influencing the youth in a massive way. What's even worse is that I think I would be genuinely shocked if I ever heard a single positive thing about any of the like top 100 streamers on the planet right now. That's probably not gonna have any like lasting effects, right? Imagine being the ripe old age of 32 and being arrested and then sued for over $1 million because you wanted to play a game of hide and seek. Now, if I'm being honest, I would really hope that the vast majority of you would have quite the difficult time imagining such a thing. Just doesn't really seem to be something that most people would be able to picture themselves doing, you would think. But for some out there, hopefully just a handful, there's no imagination required because it is just their reality. Recently, the streamer Duke Dennis and a few other people have found themselves in the middle of a lawsuit that's seeking over $1 million in compensation because of a game of hide and seek that went sideways. It's a wacky world we're living in, guys. So yeah, basically, if you haven't heard, back in August of 2025, Duke Dennis and some other AMP members, which if you don't know what AMP is, basically it's like a streaming collective that Duke Dennis is also a member of, were live streaming a game of hide and seek at the shops at River Center, which is a shopping mall in San Antonio. And from what I can tell, it's a little vague based off what I've read, but it does seem like they had permission to film this at this shopping center, but it looks like during them filming, they went outside the boundaries of what was agreed on, and they started filming in areas they weren't supposed to be, and also they stayed on the property past closing time. Now, that's not really what the lawsuit's about. Duke Dennis did end up getting arrested for that partially, but we'll talk about that more later. What the lawsuit is actually about is a security guard named Don White approached the streamers to tell them, hey, you can't be doing what you're doing. And because of this, a member of the AMP security team, a guy named Levon Clark, punched the mall security guard in the face. Why so many of these streamers hire these dudes who think that they can just punch anybody who says anything that the streamer doesn't like in the face? I don't really understand. Well, I guess I do. Most modern streamers do seem like the type of people who would like to punch a person in the face if they say something that they don't like, but are too scared to do so. So, guess that makes perfect sense, actually. But this mall security guard was punched in the face for, you know, doing his job, and he's the one who's filing this lawsuit. Like I mentioned earlier, the lawsuit is seeking over $1 million from AMP Entertainment, and while I can't find any like hard specific details about this, it seems like Duke Dennis is who the guy is trying to get the most money from, which I guess would make sense since it seems like it kind of stemmed from an interaction between him and Duke. But multiple people and entities are named as defendants in the lawsuit, including AMP Entertainment, Duke Dennis, Kai Cenat, a producer named Henry Wolf, a content manager named Joshua Pujols, and the private security guard Levon Clark. The lawsuit says that Don White suffered injuries that required emergency room treatment, and that he's seeking these damages for medical expenses, pain and suffering, and lost earning capacity. And honestly, I hope he wins every single fucking dollar of it. You guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of like the modern day streaming world, and unfortunately, it seems to be full of shit like this all the time. Dudes who have either never had a real job other than
METROID.
streaming, or dudes who have just been streaming for so damn long that they get so out of touch and entitled, and they think they can do shit like this with absolutely no repercussions. And honestly, it's just annoying as fuck. People should not be getting assaulted for doing their job because grown-ass men, dudes in their 30s, want to live stream a game of fucking hide and seek. Now, it looks like so far nobody like representing AMP or nobody that's a part of AMP has commented on any of this. They're probably being told not to. The only person who seemed to respond to anything was the attorney attorney that's representing the security guard for AMP, and he said that Mr. Clark has and continues to maintain his innocence pertaining to these claims of wrongdoing. While only a limited amount of evidence is currently available to the public, we believe the totality of evidence will demonstrate the allegations lack merits. Which is interesting because on top of the, security guard on security guard violence, authorities are also alleging that Clark interfered with the arrest and injured an officer during the confrontation. So, I mean, it doesn't look great for the guy, I feel. Right now, he's facing multiple felony charges, including 2 counts of assault on a peace officer and 1 count of assault on a security officer. Like I mentioned earlier, Duke Dennis was also arrested when all this went down, and he was charged with criminal trespassing and evading arrest, but I think eventually those charges were dismissed. He did have to spend some time in jail though, and when he got out and returned to streaming, he had this to say about this whole incident.
I know, y'all want to hear about like the whole jail, but to be honest, I can't even talk about it. Like, what I can say is like the whole thing was just a big misunderstanding, miscommunication mostly. Like the thing about us, bro, the thing about me, bro, I'm not the type of content creator. That's going like risk my freedom for the content. Content ain't that deep for me. Like, it's not that deep to me. It never will be. Like I said, this was a big misunderstanding, big miscommunication.
And really, that's all he has to say about it. He does repeat himself a few more times during this comeback stream, but he just keeps referring to it as a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, and maybe there was a miscommunication between the mall security and AMP's team, but I feel like, if we're being honest with ourselves here, if the whole you'd never risk your freedom for content thing is true, and it really was just a misunderstanding, the second the cops showed up, you would have been like, oh shit, this isn't worth it. Let me not evade arrest. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems a little contradictory to me to say something like this when a security guard for the mall walked up to you and said, hey, you can't be here. You had your security punch him in the face, and then you run from the cops when they show up. Just based off how contradictory that is, it makes me not really trust what he has to say on this incident. Anyways, I mean, I'm curious to see what comes of this. I feel like this guy has a pretty strong leg to stand on, because this news article says that the security guard, the one that was assaulted, his employment status could not immediately be determined, but state records indicate that he is no longer licensed as a security officer in Texas. So, I mean, it does seem like he lost his job, maybe lost some certification based off this incident, which, surprise, surprise, definitely helps a lawsuit where you're seeking lost earning capacity. Like I said earlier, though, I really do hope that this guy wins every single dollar that he's seeking. I really feel like it is time to do away with this content strategy of, basically making the public and the people trying to use the public like pawns for your content. The entitlement of streamers, and really just any sort of influencer or content creator these days, but I do feel like it's the worst with streamers. It's just gotten to a point where it's out of hands. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the idea of a guy being assaulted for just doing his job because a bunch of grown men wanted to play hide and seek in a mall after it closed is truthfully depressing. And I just really don't understand where these streamers get this sort of ego. I guess it's because most of them just surround themselves with yes men constantly. They're just not used to being told no, and again, like I said earlier, a lot of them have never worked a job other than just being famous on the internet, which I feel like has got to be bad for you as an adult. And it just leads to us seeing shit like this from streamers all the time. I mean, how many times have we heard about a streamer's bodyguard punching somebody for no reason? It's just out of hand, and I've said this before with other similar cases where other streamers or influencers got sued. This is the only thing that's going to matter to them. Streamers don't care about bad publicity. I feel like most streamers these days, honestly, their fame is based off of bad publicity, at least to some extent. Most of them don't care about catching a misdemeanor or a YouTuber making a video about them. They care about money, and this is the only shit that's ever going to make it stop. So, I mean, I'm all for it. Maybe one day content creation can just be normal shit again. I am not very hopeful for that, though. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Like I said, maybe this was all just one giant misunderstanding, one big miscommunication at first, but I don't really think it's an accident that all of these major streamers keep hiring security guards who are willing to assault people for them. And like, yeah, I get it. That's kind of the point of a security guard to an extent. But when like a mall cop is saying, hey, you can't be here, and somehow that turns into him getting punched in the face, yeah, maybe you're not hiring the right people. And I have to assume that's probably on purpose. And you know, look, maybe I'm just jaded, maybe I'm biased, maybe my perspective is warped, and maybe I'm looking at this too harshly because I haven't heard a single positive thing about a streamer in like 3 years. Maybe, I don't know. This shit just happens way too often for me to think that it's just one big coincidence and it's all happening accidentally. I'm curious to see how this lawsuit plays out, and you know, maybe one day there won't have to be a new streamer lawsuit every 2 weeks. Maybe we can just be normal again. Fingers crossed. See ya.
Play video games. It's not that hard.
Welcome back to Slop Live. Today's Slopic, would you believe, is more bad news about AI. As we all should know by now, AI is trained by stealing content without permission most of the time, with AI companies defending their right to do this, saying that it constitutes fair use under copyright law, meaning AI models do not harm the market for creators' work. Yeah, not right now, but give it 5 or 10 years. Well, anyway, The Atlantic did an investigation and found 4 datasets filled with millions of stolen songs and videos that were available to AI developers. They then made a page that gave everybody the ability to explore the datasets and to see how much stuff had been stolen. So for example, I typed in Mr. Beast and you can see that 1,434 of his videos were trained on by AI. Sadly, or actually I should say thankfully, Slop Live has not been trained on at all. But they actually got me with 2 songs that I made 10 years ago and 137 videos from my old meme channel. Man, some of these video titles are really a blast from the past. Calling Out Grande, How Derv Got Suspended, James Charles the Movie, PewDiePie diss track. Yeah, I'm sure the AI really needed to train itself on those videos. Popular musicians and producers have spoken out about this since it was made easily accessible, with Kenny Beats saying, "Hey at Suno," which is one of the AI music generators. "You are true losers, whoever's running this account and your boss and their boss's boss. I can't imagine going into work daily knowing you are stealing from countless struggling musicians. I can't imagine being proud to earn a paycheck, obliterating the work and dreams of artists. Get fucked, every single one of you." SZA also posting to Instagram
Yes.
saying, "Just checked, a music AI has trained off 238 of my songs. I'm certain some unreleased. If you're a musician and you support this degenerate shit, you're disgusting and there's nothing you could ever say to me
Agreed.
to make this okay.
Agreed.
I hope you have the life you deserve." And this one from a smaller musician saying, "All of my music has been stolen by AI companies." But we've known this. The CEO of Suno literally bragged about it in an interview last year. They were sued by the labels got paid, but the AI model trained on stolen art still exists today. Laws need to change. And this is a good point. The labels did get paid, but
Yeah, get the
where's
fuck
my
outta here
payment,
with
man?
Suno
I want payment for
bullshit.
all 137 shitpost videos the AI was trained on, thanks. I'll take $1 million per video at the minimum. But yeah, if you search it yourself, I think you'll be surprised at just how many creators have had their content stolen. And you already know, it's only gonna get a whole lot worse. Thanks.
I'm tired of slopping by. Damn it. Okay, what else? What else? Let's see. Give me some good stuff. Orion, what are you doing?
Hey, welcome back, everybody. So we had some viral outrage that just happened because Halo was
fucked it
confirmed
up.
to
They were
have
doing well,
2
and then they fucked it
subscription
up again.
requirements on the PlayStation 5 to play local split-screen couch co-op. Probably one of the most regressive, cringe, modern gaming moments, right? I mean, just absolutely insane. A lot of people canceled their pre-orders,
Orion?
voiced their concerns for about a whole day and a half. And Halo, the official account, addressed a public announcement. They said, "We incorrectly stated that the PlayStation Plus is required for local co-op split-screen play. Local split-screen co-op requires a PlayStation account for each player, but does not require a PlayStation Plus account." So what happened here, right? Because this was kind of a long time to address this issue, and really it shouldn't even happen in the first place. I mean, whether this was done on purpose or some kind of form of incompetence, at the end of the day, the result is still the same. It is bad marketing. It is bad PR. And people have been blaming Sony, which is understandable because Sony usually is the culprit that has some kind of account issues like they did with Helldivers 2. But in this case, I feel like it's a little bit more foggy because no PS5 game requires split screen to have both accounts having a subscription. So this is strange. We also have reports of Asha Sharma that canceled Halo being shown off at the Sony show like a week beforehand, right? So that's weird. And this is possibly just going to go down in history as just another big F-up, just like the Bonobo thing. I mean, that was weird. Another thing I find mildly suspicious about this is why do these mistakes usually have to be such touchy, large subjects, especially involving split screen? Like, this isn't the first time that there's been some kind of hiccup or miscommunication outside of the studio about split screen. It's always about split screen, even if it has nothing to do with account issues. And also, why do they have to make mistakes on this? Why can't it be something a little bit more minor, like maybe the skulls are not going to be doing this, but instead that? Like, why does it have to be something that is so big? Now, another possibility is that they heard the feedback and have backtracked literally in real time, where they were possibly freaking out, saying, "Oh shoot, we really need to unwind this and fix this," and maybe they took a whole day to contact Sony about this and try to come up some kind of solution, or maybe they were the ones at fault. Who knows? You know, there's really no way of finding out right in this moment, okay? And what really matters is that it pissed a lot of people off, and a lot of people are going to read that headline, but they're not going to see this update, right? They're not going to see this. And, well, why I'm saying that, this one actually does have a lot more hearts and retweets than the last one, which was quoted and commented on, which are usually not good signs on X. You know, a lot of people are just over it, especially with, like, the trauma of split screen in Halo, right? With under 343's umbrella, split screen has always been a controversy. This has always been such a touchy subject because it has been one of those core foundational parts of what made Halo, you know, for us as individuals and as fans, as we grew up and played this game. But it was just one of those things that made Halo so special, is that couch co-op, the LAN parties, things like that. And here,
how many
it
do we
just
got?
seems
8?
like it is a spreadsheet item, right? Like, I get that maybe not many people play co-op as much as they used to back in the 2000s and 2010s, definitely not, but just the total disregardment for it is a little bit on the nose, right, sometimes. And so, yikes. You know, they even addressed this on Waypoint. They updated it.
What are you
They said
doing,
a
Orion?
PlayStation Plus account is not required for local split-screen co-op. Online network co-op requires
Are you being
active
annoying?
PlayStation. So, you know, if you're playing with your buddy that has a PC and you're on the PS5, it doesn't really matter. If you are playing online on the PS5, yes, you will need a subscription. I think everyone kind of understands that. They might not like it, but it's not like super egregious, I guess. I think this whole subscription stuff is a gimmick because most of the time it's peer-to-peer anyway. Yeah, I mean, just playing offline in your living room with a sibling or a friend, you know, I mean, I think it's egregious. I mean, this is a mortal gaming sin. People that don't even care about Halo woke up to this and were pissed. Wow, I mean, this is a pretty big
Why are you
F-up,
petting me?
and a lot of people are questioning how different Halo Studios really is from Hit 343, because this game is really their first example of what this studio is going to be versus what 343 was. If this is truly a different chapter of the franchise and its development and focus and path, but I don't know, man. It kind of it kind of walks and talks just like 343, and I'm just kind of seeing those same patterns up here, and maybe you guys are too, but we'll see what happens. You know, it really, at the end of the day, what matters is that the game is accessible and fun and lands well. It's content complete, it's not buggy, and they fix the issues that we've been seeing, that the playtesters have been seeing, and that things like this are addressed. Now, there was a lot of issues in this. Pretty much every answer was no. Like, hey, is this game going to have this fun feature? No. I did break it down yesterday, but there it is, guys. And let me know what you think about this, and I'll catch you in the next one real soon. Peace.
For the people, the descent. This isn't caving, this is an ego trip. All right, chat.
I've seen this.
Do a subathon when we're tired.
What is it showing we should have seen? I guess there's nothing else. Cool. Ooh, I'm going to die. There's a 100% chance I'm about to die. Yep. Fuck. Oh, at least it's not like super egregious. Lightning armor. Lightning armor creates a protective electric barrier. Iron is consumed anytime it prevents physical damage. Also strengthens melee counters. Press A to activate. Is it like drain or anything? I don't ever use lightning armor, so I forgot it was even an ability. Okay. Let's see. Sure, I guess. Okay, I have to go.